Hello. So today we are going to talk about interpersonal communication in the workplace. And the audience that I will be addressing is classroom. Be like as if I'm in the classroom. So let's begin. What is interpersonal communication? It is the process of two or more individuals communicating information to each other through the exchange of information, feelings, and meanings using verbal and nonverbal communication. Me personally, I work on my nonverbal communication because it is horrible. Facial expressions lets everyone know how I feel. Interpersonal communication, verbal and nonverbal. Verbal communication includes using words to share information, spoken language, and written language. Nonverbal communication includes gestures, facial expressions, eye contact, use of space, and touching. With touching in a workplace, appropriate touching in the workplace would be a shoulder tap. Hey, somebody's hand on the table, you're trying to get their attention. I would say the most appropriate touch in the workplace is a shoulder tap to get that person's attention. Theories of interpersonal communication, and that is Berlow's communication process model that interpersonal communication pretty much flows with. And the model includes encoder, message, channel decoder, and communication receiver. And the theories are uncertainty reduction, social exchange, and social penetration. And here is an example of Berlow's model. You have your encoder, your message, your decoder. Your decoder then becomes the encoder because they're listening, active listening, and they're giving feedback to the encoder, which has now become the decoder. Theories of interpersonal communication continues on with breaking down each group that I mentioned in slide number 5. Uncertainty reduction theory is how we gain knowledge of others. We have to be careful in the workplace on how we gain knowledge of others. It's best to go and communicate with your coworker on your own. Don't ever take somebody else's outlook on another person. Get to know the person for yourself. Social exchange theory, you can experience benefits with this theory, growth, development, deterioration, and it also dissolves. So with this theory, of course, we're all social butterflies, right? And we have to always be sure to empathize with our coworkers or empathize with our friends because that's where you're communicating. You have to understand each other if you want to be friends. If not, the relationship will deteriorate and it'll dissolve. Same with coworkers. If you want a stress-free workplace, be social, empathize with your coworkers. Social penetration theory, self-disclosure with a relationship moving to the next stage or level. So that's your orientation, which is your introduction, exploratory, effective exchange, and deep penetration. Then we have ineffective interpersonal communication. This is huge because your environment has to be conducive to your audience. Misunderstandings can happen, incomplete answers, and speed of conversation. So this is where ineffective communication comes in at when these things are not in line with each other. Effective interpersonal communication is based on an individual's ability to improve trust, increase knowledge between communicators, and a deeper understanding through the level of the relationship. Meaning you both have a mutual respect for each other. You both understand this is the workspace. We need to be professional. We need to agree to disagree. And we need to always work together as a team. When an individual is self-aware of their own emotions and recognize the emotions of others, this is also effective because we never want to communicate from an emotional state of mind. And when you can do these things, you are effectively communicating with your team, with your leader, and with your coworkers. Last but not least, here's a quote from George Bernard Shaw. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Have a great day.